Hello, and welcome back to A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 8. This lesson goes directly from the previous lesson and is saying, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And this we are saying that the vast majority, or possibly all of our thoughts, are about the past, or at least coming from the past. So from this, I'm going to actually just read some of this directly from the book. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. By which they mean that we are having a misconception about time and reality because of this obsession with the past that we have. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It therefore cannot understand time and cannot, in fact, understand anything. The one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not here. The past has already happened. The future is in the future. You're only ever in the present. To think about the past at all is therefore to think about illusions. Now take that in. So we have lived through the past, but the memory of the past is itself an illusion. And we really can't actually prove that we had that experience because at any given moment we are in the present. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. The mind is actually blank when it does this because it is not really thinking about anything, because we are thinking about illusions. So by doing this exercise, we are training ourselves to recognize when it is that we are not thinking about anything, which is to say, thinking about the past versus the present. So for today, we are to close our eyes so that we do not get distracted by the illusions that we see around us and focus only on our thoughts. For this, we are to pay attention for about a minute about any thought that comes up and to name each by the central figure or theme contained in the thought. So we would say this by saying, I seem to be thinking about blank. So if I'm thinking about work, I would say, I seem to be thinking about work. Or I seem to be thinking about this book. Or I seem to be thinking about chores. Or I seem to be thinking about money. Whatever. Or you can do a person. I seem to be thinking about my dog. I seem to be thinking about my friend. Use their name. But basically you are naming them specifically. And then after each, or no, not after each thought, but after each minute of naming the different thoughts that are coming up. And this by saying, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And with this, it is possible to do this 4 to 5 times during the day. But if you're having irritation, it is okay to reduce this to 3 or 4 times. But they recommend that you include your irritation that's coming up over this into your thoughts. You would say, I seem to be, well, I would say feeling irritated, but I seem to be thinking about irritation, perhaps, and just make that an actual thought and connect that with the past as well, because even that feeling of irritation is coming from thoughts of the past, right? So again, we just want to place that onto everything so that we are recognizing that all of our thoughts coming up are in one way or another connected to the past.